before we move on from games, I'll say that the gamification of minds is what I love about it. The gamification of minds is what I love about it. The gamification of minds is what I love about it.
Oh yeah, we can definitely talk about the gamification of Minds. Minds is definitely a game. I play Minds like. Oh yeah, we can definitely talk about the gamification. So what about you? You play Minds like a game, Rizzo?
Kind of, sorta. I guess you could call me a filthy casual on Minds.
Filthy casual. I don't know, man. You get into game or two, some people might disagree with you.
I definitely focus my ambition in certain areas at different times, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, GamerTube's definitely a permanent part of the repertoire now. Now that I've discovered it and, kind of seen the community that's there. And it's a very prolific community too, man. A lot of people posting in it, a lot of gamers. It's a great community for gamers. Absolutely. That's why I started posting everything there, because you got to get the word out, about what you're doing and let people kind of see what you can do, especially if you want them to, follow you on other platforms and stuff like that. So it's really, really sweet. Sweet group.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you posting there too. You do a lot of uploads, and we love the uploads more than anything else in there.
Yeah, man. Well, that's the best way, right? You gotta give people a little sample.
Yeah.
Show them what you can do, and that's the best way to do it. And the Minds is great for that. I mean, I haven't experienced any upload issues. I know some people do, but I've been using the Minds video upload now pretty religiously since I went pro, because it's just, I don't know, the quality is great, and you get to do it as much as you want. So we'll talk about the gamification, the options real quick, right? So when you go to your rewards, you get a little engagement ticker now that tells you how active you are on a scale of casual, core, and hardcore. Is this on your analytics?
I see what you're saying.
Engagement,
yeah. Under, if you go to your wallet and then go to engagement, you'll see an activity multiplier. And then a ranking. So like it's literally like how active you are, how many days you're online, and how much you're playing on Minds gives you more rewards. So now you're getting a token, which is pretty much, a token is the concept of any game. You get a gaming point, a gamer token, whatever, and you get more for playing more. So I love that concept. I love the activity multiplier.
Yeah, and to explain to everyone what that is casual is active 1 day over the last 7 days. Core is 2x, active 3 days over the past 7 days, and hardcore is 6 days over the past 6 days. So if you just log in every day, your multiplier will be times 3, which is
and I made a little joking meme about that, because I think that they need to make it a little harder to achieve, and maybe add some more multipliers, like go up to 5 and then make it so it's more like you need to be a month online active to make that 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every day for the last year.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a big deal, man. You lose that and you're like, oh no.
Well, yeah, dude. Could you imagine if you had a multiplier for being on for a year and then you just forgot to get on one day and lose everything? You just, it hurts.
Oh no.
Yeah, like electricity goes out and your phone dies, and it's like 2 days. You're like running to the next town, and you're like, oh, it's almost 7. I gotta go.
Points are gone. Yeah.
That could be a really big deal. I mean, for somebody who's making, say, $10 a day as a casual, right? And you knock a 5 times multiplier on that, you know what I mean? Like suddenly you make 50 tokens a day, and that's a big deal. To go back down to 20 for the foreseeable future,
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's you gotta keep track of that stuff, man. Make sure to log on. But yeah, my big thing right now is adding the liquidity into the liquidity pools, because that's pretty much you're getting a percentage of the game then. So that's what I want.
Well, yeah, you're getting a cut of the online Uniswap, market for that.
Right. So other people are playing, and you're just taking in from that market from them playing. So
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that's coming from like people who are buying and selling tokens. They pay as spread basically, and providing that liquidity pool means that you're going to participate in that spread, the profit that's made from people who, make a market.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like if you look at all those traders on an exchange, many of them are just in there making a market. They know they can sell for 1/8 higher than they can buy. So they buy at 1/8 and sell at 2/8 or whatever, and all day long, they just throw them back and forth like that as fast as they can. And every now and then it ticks against them and they break even or whatever, or maybe lose a tick. But, they do that 100 times a day, 500 times a day, and suddenly you're making money. And that's kind of the theory here. The bigger that pool grows, the more, people will be able to do that. But I got a question for you about that, MindsGaming.
Yeah.
When I was playing around with it, and it was like, let's add, 100 tokens in there. And then it seems to want the same amount of Ethereum.
So
right?
So what you're doing is you're providing. We had this talk earlier in Mossy, actually. This is interesting. So anyways, so what you're doing is when you're going through, you're providing Ethereum liquidity to the token. So you need the same amount of both to add the liquidity to the token.
Okay. All right. So in theory, if I wanted to put $100 tokens onto the liquidity pool, I would have to sell 50 of them into Ether first. Then I would have an equal amount, and I could put all that on.
Yeah, you do 50 and 50. Yeah, sure. But when you're adding Ether to the liquidity pool, you're like, that's why the token jumps up and down in price. So like, if you add more liquidity, the more liquidity you add, the better the token rate is. So like, the more liquidity in the pool, the better token rates you're getting back out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so right now, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably around 80, 90 cents, somewhere around there. But
82.5 cents, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're adding liquidity into it, then it's gonna go up. But if people are pulling liquidity out, it's gonna go down.
Okay, here's another question for you, man. The smallest denomination of a Bitcoin is called a Satoshi, right?
Yeah. Change.
So, what's the smallest denomination of a Minds token? Is it a bill? Is it an Ottman? What is it?
This is an Ottman. that was harsh. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think we have to decide. I mean, bills work. Yeah. I could say I sent you 5 bills. And I sent you 5 of the smallest denomination, or I sent you 5 Ottmans. I don't know which is better.
I think I'd have to go with Ottman, man.
I agree. I concur.
So Ottman it is. Is it Rizzo? You agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It sounds like it works better.
All right. So change Minds tokens are now referred to as Ottmans, just so everybody knows.
The smallest denomination of a Minds token you can send to someone. One Ottman.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah, it came to me a long time ago, and I keep laughing about that every time.
It was the right place for it, man. Talking about more gamification of tokens, what do you guys think about getting an NFT system on here?
Oh, well, that'd be fantastic. So, explain how you would envision it, though.
Well, I don't know how much you know about NFTs. Pretty much, they're collectibles, right? So think of them as a digital baseball card. Okay, that's what I like. That's what has been working for me to explain this to people, anyways. So you're buying a collectible that could go up or down in value depending on different things. And for example, if I buy a GIF that ends up going viral, then that GIF is going to be worth more because I bought it and I have proof that it's the first one and all that kind of concept. So they're just digital collectibles, pretty much.
Right. So as an example, let's say Satori puts up a 30-second GIF or something, or a movie clip, and I buy it. Right. So he puts it up for sale for one-time sale or for multiple sales?
Well, you can do it for multiple or one time. So you can make multiple copies or limited editions or whatever. So like if I make a meme or
So so think about it like, art, you have like the original print, which would be like the highest, the best quality, because like when I do like my bigger images, like for my actual animated GIFs that I do, they're huge, and like they actually weren't loading on mine for a while, so then I made them like these really like smaller, like crappy versions of them. So like for that instance, like let's say I make a really good one, and I do that high quality one, and that's like the original one that I did, and then you sell like prints of it that are probably like less quality of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like Curry Hobo in some of our discussions created like these huge lifetime drawing things, and like that's like something that he just did on the spot, and you know what I mean? Like those are unique.
Yeah. And that's something that I could take down to a really good printer and make an entire wall-sized version of. Whereas someone else might buy a size that you could really only print out, and it would never be big enough to cover a wall. It would look too blurry. You could take like a nice 12-inch by 12-inch, photo of it and hang it on your wall. Okay.
And then I think you also too, in that sense, will own the copyright. So then you could probably like sell those prints too.
Right. So once you buy it, you own the asset or the collectible, just like a baseball card you would, and you can trade it back in, you can resell it, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, it would be interesting because we're already on the Ethereum network. So we already have the chain attached. We already have Uniswap attached. So it'd be interesting if we could come up with a way to swap out our ERC Minds tokens into a contract to make an NTF. It seems logical. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, it seems like another good way to gamify Minds further would be to create like a market, right? Within Minds. Yeah. And an NFT market would be cool, as well as like, any other kind of thing that you want to put in the market, just like have an NFT section in the market. But we were talking about that last night when we were doing a watch party in my Discord. We were somebody came up with the idea of they want to get a 3D printer, right? And start printing out like the avatars of all the people that we hang out with and stuff, and make bobbleheads out of them or whatever, right?
yeah, man, that's awesome. I was thinking the same thing. Like I just made I was thinking of making like collector cards, right? So you could make collector cards of all the people that you hang out with and stuff like that, and attach them to the system, the NFTS system, and then so we could all have our own card and kind of say for our Minds card or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, so, I think it would be interesting to have something like that on Minds. So buy and trade kind of our digital creations on here, on top of what we already have. I mean, we already have the wire system and memberships and stuff, but that would just be another way to enhance all of our.
Think about groups like Meme Wars or Meme Supreme, like all the original memes that get posted, and like you could turn those into NFTs also, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That'd be crazy.
So
and it doesn't have to be expensive. Like you can pay like a dime for one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not expensive at all to change them into it either. Like to get the little.
Here, let's just talk about images, right? So say Curry Hobo has an original high resolution drawing that he did, and he wants to post it on Minds, and he locks it up, that individual one, and it's like auctioned off or whatever to have it, and then it unlocks it for you, so you could download it and you could do whatever you want, and you have the original high resolution image of it, and you transfer it by Minds token. So like whatever the price is, whatever Curry wants to put for it, and then say for the memes, it will be like the same thing. It's everybody could view it, but it's only locked up until like someone like pays like 0.3, whatever you put the price of your digital asset, and then it unlocks it, so then you could.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what the NFT system is all about. Is making a footprint for those unlocks of digital assets, so that you have the ownership of it.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, that would just make things even easier for us to buy, sell, and trade among each other. Like having a bunch of collector cards would be cool.
Sounds like it wouldn't be
for censorship sucks.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like it wouldn't be too difficult to implement into the Minds platform either, because I mean they already have options for monetizing content using the memberships. You know, being able to monetize or purchase or unlock the NFT, however you want to say it. Yeah, that should be something that could be really easily included in their existing infrastructure for the website.
Yeah, and I think that
I think you just like monetize the post, and like you just monetize it peer-to-peer, meaning what I said, you unlock it to that person. That
the trick is, though, is what they would probably likely do is find some deal with a company like Uniswap that is already doing it, and just make some sort of an integration portal, right? So that we can have NFT over here.
End up doing. I mean, we all know.
That sounds like them, doesn't it? I mean,
plug in.
Get the path of least resistance and get the most bang for your buck.
I was reading an article earlier about Uniswap, and there's a version 3 that's coming, and there's no date set, but so supposedly in version 3, you're able to more flexible of your pool, so like you could have it more direct of like how you want to use it or whatever. And so like that's like the same concept on the front end when you're trading, right? So that you could keep on importing new tokens. So, but that creates a problem on the chain if you're constantly creating each new ER20 token for each digital asset. So there has to be like.
Well, Ethereum's already there, right? And I think that's what like some of the other exchanges are doing out there. That the NFT platforms. I think what they do is you want to buy it in Bitcoin, you want to buy it in whatever, go for it, right?
Yeah, and then they facilitate the exchange of that. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can do it in many different assets. Like you can do it in Ethereum, you can do it in Bitcoin, and I think you can even do it in Dodge now. So there are a couple of different ones out there. It's an interesting concept. I think mine should
this I think in the near future you're going to see a couple of channels and apps that hopefully get built on top of Minds that does this. So it's like so there was I think it's still around, but there was a Bitcoin thing called Open Bazaar, and what it was like an eBay type of thing, and then it's supposed to you exchange things with Bitcoin. And the whole thing it was that it took forever to synchronize with the chain. And like I tried it like took me like fucking a week to get like actually like all set up and on it, and then like once I got on it, like no one was exchanging or doing anything, and then I was like, oh, this sucks. I never used it again. But the concept is like the same thing. It's like you create the marketplace for. So just think about it like in real life, you have like Art Walk, or you have your open markets that like are at like farmer markets or whatever, and then everybody has a stall, and then you exchange your value right there. But what the key is that you need someone to exchange, which is the Uniswap, where you exchange it for, say, you have Bitcoin or whatever. And
hey, I got another question for you guys about the staking. For if I want to add liquidity. Okay, so we talked before about like I was playing around. If I wanted to move 100 tokens over the Minds tokens over there to provide liquidity, that doesn't work. I got to sell half of them into Ether first, then move an equal amount of Ether and Minds tokens onto the liquidity pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, let's say I leave them on there for one day, and in that day, I wake up tomorrow and Ether is at $170. Ethereum, right? It crashes 90% exactly overnight. And I say, okay, I want to withdraw. Am I going to get the same amount of Ether back that I put in with the 90% hit, and also the same number of Minds tokens that I sent over at a 0% hit?
No, it all depends. Like, say for right now, I have more Ethereum than I put in originally. So I put in my liquidity pool when Minds token was at 50 cents. And then So Ethereum was at 1,800. So I had a good rate, but right now if I took it out, I still have more Ethereum than I do Minds tokens. So it doesn't matter. The price will fluctuate to the market, but as far as tokens, especially if you keep it in there longer, you're mining Minds tokens and you're getting some Ethereum as well. And so like you're basically what needs to happen in the exchanges is you wrap your Minds token to the same value as Ethereum, so that they could exchange for value. It's like it's what we were talking about earlier, like the problem of exchanging one asset for another and being sure that you're getting the value back. Like what we're talking about right now. Like, so I did good in my Ethereum, my liquidity pool, because even though that Ethereum went down by a lot, and so did Minds tokens went by a lot, I'm still up by like 40% in my liquidity pool. Because
the only problem is I've got to like move two big, a couple big transactions to sell. Yeah.
I don't know. You should like probably like I don't know what to do with your situation, but like I'm in a weird situation too, because I'm trying to put some tokens on chain, and it's just telling me ridiculous prices for MindsGaming. Have you tried to put anything recently on chain?
Yeah. I just put something on chain the other day. It cost me about 10%. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it sounds like it's not reading that you have tokens in your wallet.
Like your wallet's disconnected or something?
No. I have insufficient funds, but not. I don't know. Like I have like $30 in there.
Because I know there's a thing where if you don't,
but it shows that it's connected. Like it shows my balance in there, like on my MetaMask.
Okay,
I
this
put
is
the liquidity
saying,
pool, so like I have done transactions between them.
all right, this is saying that a slow gas fee is $8. I'm trying to move 1,000 tokens onto my MetaMask. It varies from about $9 to $11 for fast. But then there is it says gas fee $10.15, total amount plus gas fee $42.78, and it's telling me I don't have the funds, so I got to wait for Ethereum to go back up a little bit. But yeah, so what is this other like amount plus gas fee? What is the amount?
Amount plus gas fee. Well, that should be how much the amount that you're transferring plus gas fee. How much the amount you're transferring is worth plus the gas fee.
So MetaMask thinks that but why would it charge me the amount I'm transferring plus the gas fee?
It's a good question.
And need me to have that in balance to do that. I need to have $10 in here according to what I think and how I think this works.
It's telling me the gas fee's $3,000.
I'm going in now and I go to transfer.
Wait, who's saying the gas fee's $3,000?
It says gas fee to Ethereum.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting. I've been trying for like 3 days, and that's what I've been getting. I'm like, what the hell? That's insane.
Okay, so I go to transfer. I'm only trying to transfer 25 right now, and I get my gas fee is $3 total. I don't get anything else.
What?
Okay, well, let me play with something because I was watching one of them their YouTube videos.
Yeah, on the Minds screen, it's saying that. So I put 100 Minds tokens, right, and then it says Ethereum 0.0203517 be transferred to cover the gas fee. But when I get into my MetaMask, it's like to Ethereum. No, I don't have it, obviously, in there.
Yeah. I get the same thing. I get the same exact thing. And it varies. It varies from. I tried it like 5 different times in 5 different days at various different times, and it ranges from like 2 Ethereum to like 3.4. Like, what the hell? $3,000 for this? Hell no.
I try uninstalling the app and then reinstalling it and resetting up your wallet because I know they had a bug where if you didn't have enough of Ethereum to pay the gas fee, that it wouldn't show the right price.
It'll just show some random amount.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
I'll try it with let's see, 20,000 this time and see.
Yeah, now it's saying 1.8 Ethereum. It's just jumping around. It's just spitting out garbage, basically.
Yeah.
So I didn't put more Ethereum.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I've got like about half the Ethereum I actually need to do the transfer. So it costs like it's telling me to do the 100 transfer. It cost me like $32 in Ethereum.
Yeah. See, yeah, I think they might still like. They said they fixed it, but I don't think they fixed that shit, dude.
Yeah, it seems kind of questionable at this
And
point.
it's funny, like the total amount here is about what Minds on the Minds page there warns me it'll be. You know, it'll say your approving request to withdraw 100 tokens, 0.0203517, you know, will be deducted to cover the gas fees, and that's about what the total is here. So, like, I don't know. I mean, it's accurate. It's telling me it'll be about $40 to move 100 tokens on. But what's the point, man? $40 to move 100 tokens? Like, seriously? Like, that's not even like a, like, that just makes no sense under any circumstance.
It's a big cut into your earnings, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's like basically you're paying half of the value just to transfer it.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pay a little more to get it out in cash.
I mean, the mafia, like, was more generous than this by far.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know?
Fuck me. Yeah, hopefully they fix those gas rates thing, because I think that once they stabilize that, things will change, and that's what really interests me about the NFTs system, is that like we could be trading digital collectibles on Minds, and those cost nothing to create or buy. Like I don't know why, but they're like 50-cent gas fees. So like, but they're swamping the networks, which is crazy. I don't understand it. But.
Maybe that's people are trying to get around paying transfer fees just by creating new NFTs. Like, just attach it to this. It's free.
Yeah.
It's 50 cents.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that's where a lot of the strain is coming from. That's just me personally. I couldn't prove it, but, you know.
Well, I put up a $30 gas fee to move $150 off of an exchange and back into my MetaMask, and it's been sitting there for a week and a half now, just sitting there doing nothing. It is, I don't even know if it's still the same order or whatever. I'm baffled at this point.
Yeah, a bunch of people paid more to get on the bus right around the same time. That's what happened. You got shoved to the back of the line, way back. That's the thing, though. When the Ethereum, when it fluctuates like that, and you get in on a dip in the cost of the gas, it can burn you. I mean, that happened to me a couple times. It was like, oh, gas is low, let's send it now, and then gas jumps up. It's like, god damn it.
Yeah, because then you're not paying anything, and you're all the that shit sucks.
Yeah, but again, this gamification is just like crazy. You know?
I'm liking it, like just like with the on-chain tokens I'm holding, and the amount of time that Minds is aware of the fact that I'm holding them is giving me like a residual, it's giving me a little stream to work with there, so that's cool.
And what is that working out per, say, 100 tokens that you have?
Well, I'm holding 100, right? I only recently reconnected my MetaMask to Minds because I've been using a different browser.
Right.
But
so we got the same number, so I know the answer is about 45 cents or something.
Yeah, it's between 31 cents or something like that to 0.37 tokens, which is like 31 cents. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that number scales. So if someone were to put 1,000 tokens on there, would that be $4 a day?
Well,
it
should, and there is a time multiplier, right? So if you drop that down, it shows you your time multiplier. The longer you leave it in, the more you get too. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the longer you leave it in there, same with the liquidity. Like, the longer you leave it in there, the more you're getting out of it in the long run. Like,
yeah. As soon as I can get around these gas fees, I think I'm gonna dump some stuff into liquidity. Yeah,
fucking gas.
Yeah, it seems like an anomaly right now, so it'd be nice to see when things kind of settle where we can end up with that.